Alcohol, one of the widest and most popular drinks in the world, encompassing a $1.5 trillion industry worldwide, giving one the ability to muster up some courage at a big event, make you more amiable, or letting you ease off after a day's hard work. Whatever the cause for one's drinking is, drinking alcohol has been around for thousands of years, and has been the staple of many ancient cultures and societies. While alcohol use is prominent in a multitude of societies, today we will be taking a look at how alcohol was used in ancient Rome, ancient Greece, and the Nordic Viking period. Starting off our journey, we will go back to the times of ancient Rome, where gladiators fought at the Colosseum, and where the Roman legions were feared all across the land. The Romans' alcohol of choice was wine, and had multiple vineyards due to the fertility of the land. In the first century, wine was exclusive to the elite, and shown as a status symbol. Prominent drinkers of the first century included General Sulla and other members of the Senate. It is not until later in the century that we see lower class individuals indulge in wine at festivals like the Festival at Aperana. Then later, wine was given to Roman soldiers and to the general population. Even women were allowed to drink wine. In his natural history, the first Roman author, Pliny the Elder, says he also recommends a potion made of Citius dried and boiled in water to be given with wine to nursing women when their milk fails, and he says this will make the infants grow stronger and taller. This adds to the validity that wine in the ancient Roman Empire was enjoyed by all, and alcohol was sometimes used as a medicine, or an unusual way to help infants grow stronger and taller. Another way alcohol was used was to drive the commerce of the pottery industry of ancient Rome. Ancient artifacts like the Caracalla modulus show how slaves made cups for the common people who drink alcohol. The ancient artifact even has a stamp of the workshop it is from, showing how big the industry was. Moving on to ancient Greece, wine was used in a more communal and festive sort of manner. The most famous place to find alcohol in ancient Greece was a symposium. Symposiums were parties by aristocratic and prominent men, where wine was drunk from communal pottery. This pottery often had different images on them. An example of this is the terracotta column crater by Leidos. This bowl for mixing wine and water has a black figure drawing of the return of Hephaestus to Mount Olympus. Some experts believe these drawings also depict what it is like to be drunk and interact with the god Dionysus. As in most of these terracotta pictures, we see the god Dionysus partying with other important gods. From this, we can assume that alcohol was used to have conversations with esteemed members in the presence of the gods. As the 7th century poet Homer says in chapter 16 of the Iliad, we took the cup from the chest and cleansed it with sulfur. This done, he rinsed it with clean water, and after he had washed his hands, he drew wine. Then he stood in the middle of the court and prayed, looking towards heaven, making his drink offering of wine. More was he unseen of Zeus, whose joy is in thunder. This account of Achilles drinking to the gods shows ancient Greece's use of alcohol as a reminder to do all to please the gods, and how even in festivities the gods and alcohol were closely related, and were used in a way to be with them spiritually. Finally, during the time of the Nordic Vikings, alcohol was used in much the same way as the Greeks, but more heavily on the emphasis of the gods. From the Poetic Edda, an old collection of Norse poems, in Havamal, the High One's Lay, we learn that the drink of Odin is mead, and that through a fight with a giant, he accidentally gave mead to humankind from vomiting it up. So, mead was given as a gift from the gods. When the Vikings moved over to Christianity in the 900s, they carried over some of the customs of Norse mythology regarding alcohol. Most notably, the Gothling Law, one of the oldest Norwegian law codes, mentions that during the feast, ale shall be given before the All Saints' Mass. It also states that ale to be blessed with thanks to Christ and Saint Mary for a good harvest and peace, a direct correlation to the toast of the gods Njord and Freyr in the pagan feasts of the past. Toasting to the gods while sipping alcohol was a custom to the Vikings followed, heavily inspiring their take on Christianity now. Alcohol was used by them as a continuance of their culture, albeit a bit unconventionally. This stone, known as the Bullion Stone, commemorates this practice. It is a stone inscribed with a picture of a man drinking mead out of a drinking horn that was found in the present day. The man holds his horn up high to the skies to praise the gods, sending a stone that alcohol came from divinity, and that before a swig they must honor them. The uses of alcohol in these ancient cultures are each unique in their own ways. Some use alcohol to drive the industry, heal, or as a status symbol, while others use alcohol to honor the gods or continue ancient traditions. Whatever the case, each society's use of this substance communicates the human condition and how substances have changed the way we interact with the world.